or if it isn't affordable to own. And we're, by October 2008, we're like number 4 in the world out of this group, out of these countries that they've surveyed. You know, like Honolulu was above, maybe some cities in Australia were above, but like we're very expensive. Even so, comparing us to Canada, because like Toronto's expensive, right? But they make more than us as a city. Does that answer your question, or?
Yeah, to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, you can look up like dollars per square foot, and we're still so expensive.
Because I just want to know what like the theoretical limit would be for like Vancouver downtown, whatever. Because I mean, you can't just keep writing to like infinity. You know what I mean? At one point, it's gonna be like too expensive, and the city isn't good enough to justify that expensiveness. You know what I mean? Like New York, for example, some areas in New York justify because it's like one of the best cities in like the world or whatever. But like downtown Vancouver, it's like, you know, it's gonna be a limit to how far it can rise. I think. Like.
Well, I mean, the music has been playing for like 8 years, and it's been happy streamers. You know, everybody who's bought has been making serious amount of money in anything that they bought, right? They made lots of income. If someone buys, then it rarely will climb like crazy and then just be like all happy fees at a super expensive rate. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's expensive. You know, yeah. I don't know. Anything else? Yep.
Did you find anything on, a house in Canada, it says maybe like 25 to 30 years, one of those wood houses that they built here?
Even the number of people getting those extended amortizations?
No, I mean like a house. If you buy a wood house, you have to, like renew the structure, like the life expectancy of a house has over 30 years. So
yeah.
I'm doing a 35-year mortgage, or I used to do a 40-year, basically paying longer off than my house is actually supposed to be.
You gotta factor in maintenance in your calculation for renting versus owning. I mean, that's extremely important. And a good rule of thumb for that is like 1 to 3% of the value of the property. Every year.
Structural, or is it just, you know?
Well, everything. And I guess the amount that you choose is whatever you're most comfortable with in doing the calculation. But obviously, for an older property, you have to include more. That's what a lot of people don't think about when they buy a condo. Is you buy a condo and that thing's doing one thing, depreciating in value, right? And it's just becoming more expensive. I mean, I've heard of people who bought a condo and like it's a very lavish, you know, all the amenities and all that kind of stuff. And some places, they charge like $900 a month on strata fees. It's like ridiculous. And you gotta factor strata, of course, on top of any calculation you do.
But those are new buildings when they built the pool, right? When they built the strata pool, the money what they have to take out later on, which will go down. I mean, a good strata company does it in the beginning. They charge them a lot to build the pool, and then afterwards they will.
Yeah, for emergencies and stuff like that. There have been some. I've heard some things about construction companies who build a big building, brand new building, and they charge artificially low strata fees for several years to try to entice people to enter, and then they're put in a situation where that pool is empty, you know. And yeah, I mean, that's a safety net, but even then, a lot of people have changed the there's an insurance that all new condos have. And before it was 10, years for like everything kind of thing, and 10 years for like, I don't know, some less stuff, and then 20 years for like just the structure foundation stuff. So it's like, that's been changed. They've actually shortened it to like 5. I don't know, a lot of people have, the insurance on these places has been reduced. And you know, one thing that would concern me in buying any of the new condos, even though they may have higher standards, or you know, all that, or new insurance, like you're buying in a time when the amount of stuff being built is like at record highs. So I would be a little worried about the quality. You know, the skilled workers, if there's not enough skilled workers, and we might have all heard stuff, be very concerned. You know? So even if it's new, maybe that 30-year one's a little better. Yep.
This is one last question. I was just wondering if you dug up anything on how the leaky condo sort of catastrophe affected prices. Because I guess at first glance you would think that it would lower the prices, basically because the quality of the unit is less, but then you have a higher demand, and I guess
Yeah.
incredible amount for their unit, so did it actually spike it, or?
Well, I mean, okay, first I should tell you guys now, you know, I'm not a real estate professional or any of that stuff. This is just stuff that I, you know, do for fun basically. And from what I understand, leaky condos is still a problem, but it's not anywhere near as bad as before. Like most places have developed this kind of drainage system. Because from what I understand, the leaky condo issue had a lot to do with the condos not breathing.
Oh yeah, no, I know, I was just wondering if that whole, when it first happened, there was a whole bunch that sort of came to reality that they
Yeah.
were leaky, and a lot of people were trying to sell. I was wondering if you saw anything on that actually affecting the market.
I mean, it couldn't have helped, right? I think the leaky condo issue was a little while before 2001. I don't remember it personally, but there was a bit of a buffer between that big chaos and what spiked the rise, you know. But even then, you know, everyone who bought dealt with a serious amount of pain. But there have been things set up to try to make it a little easier. Like the government offered all the people who own these leaky condos like no interest loans, I heard. And I don't know if that's still available, but it was available for a lot of time to help these people. Pay it off, make it a little easier on them because it really sucked. Yeah.
The news was that this summer it ran out. The fund ran out.
Yeah,
because
that's
there's no
exactly. Yeah,
model
that's what I said.
swap.
I don't know if it's offered anymore because I did hear some stuff about like you call that organization that's supposed to offer this, and people wouldn't return calls. So, yeah. Anything else?
Super. I'm the president of Finance Club. Would just like to ask any feedback you have for the presentation, like you like it or because we'll be having these kind of presentations. We have plans for them next semester as well and next ongoing year. So any kind of feedback, like we are just students like you, just want to present ideas and help hold seminars and discussion panels related to finance topics. So if you have